大家好，又嚟到雷克雅未克海科拉維克機場，成日讀錯啊呢個名。今次又係搭冰島航空返溫哥華，終於出埋呢個 trip 嘅最後一程啦。今次搭嘅機呢就唔同咗，但係呢條片都仍然係分咗唔同嘅章節，仍然都希望你可以睇晒成條片睇到最尾啦。Let's start。可能因為係上程機飲咗啲酒，加上喺旅行用晒啲 energy， 所以就好攰。轉機都係去個洗手間，揾個地方坐下，食下嘢就算啦。之前條片都講過，加拿大同英國航線都係用 Terminal D， 所以轉機就唔使再做多次檢查，行去隔離就直接去到今次個閘口 D22B。不過呢個閘口都幾得意嘅，要落一層，嘟完登機證之後，又上返一層。今次搭嘅呢架係波音757-200，小弟就係第一次搭呢款機型。1999年12月就交付俾 Iberia 西班牙國家航空，輾轉之後就於2015年3月到冰島航空手上，並以冰島地名
Blovia
命名。搭嗰陣架機都成23歲半啦。我由後面個登機門登機，一入去就直接俾經濟艙座位環抱住，完全係冇啲間隔嘅。呢個設計都係第一次見。經濟艙照舊都係33配置，今次我坐 18A 緊急出口後一排嘅窗口位，照舊都係睇下個位先。頭枕係皮革質地，軟腍腍，都仲可以屈曲嘅。椅背都係皮革，雖然黃黃地，但係都睇得出係黑配灰。位上面仲放咗個枕頭添，前面有個 mon， 唉，都係播緊廣告，所以冇得玩住。mon 右手邊有個 USB Type A 同埋 3.5mm 耳機插孔，下面打開係一張過嘅大餐台，耳袋入邊有安全指示卡、2個捐款信封、一個垃圾紙袋，再加本機上付費餐單，內容就同之前嗰幾程一樣，所以今次就唔特別睇啦。當埋個位，見到都仲有一個拳頭證，不過因為我隻腳短啊，如果腳長啲，即係180以上嗰啲就應該比較辛苦啦。起飛啦，拜拜冰島。
Dear passengers, welcome aboard. If you need to sort out your luggage before taking your seat, we kindly ask you to step out of the aisle into the seat row and let the passengers behind you pass. Please place your larger item in the overhead compartment and smaller items under the seat in front of you. Thank you for your cooperation.
玩下個娛樂系統，咁就同上幾程都係一樣嘅，不過都好快再講下啦。界面都算簡單易用，電影就唔算特別新啦，有2023年上映嘅《水行俠與失落王國》、神啊你在嗎？我是瑪格麗特同埋芭比。舊少少仲有波士 BB。電視方面有 Two Broke Girls 患難姊妹花、The Big Bang Theory 囧男大爆炸，仲有啲冰島旅遊片。音樂方面就主要係冰島歌手或者係歐美歌曲，不過經濟艙就唔包耳機嘅，要自備。而呢架機都有付費 WiFi 提供。最後就睇埋個飛行地圖啦。冰島航空經濟艙就係冇包飛機餐嘅，呢點都講過啦。不過嘢飲就有得免費派，今次都係冇食飛機餐，咁就拎咗杯蘋果汁飲下算啦。其實我諗佢應該派咗幾轉嘅，不過我就瞓得太冧，所以之後都冇拎到啦。睇埋個洗手間啦，有塊大鏡，有支泡泡洗手液，係專做航空市場嘅品牌 Freshrise， 抹手紙同面紙都有齊。仲有冷暖水提供。值得一提， 個洗手盤呢都算大嘅。總結，飛咗差唔多7個鐘頭左右就返到溫哥華，回程好攰，所以大部分時間都係瞓着咗。雖然冇飛機餐，好似係歐美航空公司嘅慣常，但係當然唔算理想啦。不過叫做有嘢飲，有枕頭，但係今次呢就冇毛氈啦。經濟艙嘅耳機、飛機餐等等，全部都要俾錢買。但係冰島個地理位置就啱啱好食正跨大西洋航橋，由加拿大飛英國，航班時間都好 fit。今次轉機都係用咗2個鐘左右，加上今次兩程都係用 Terminal D， 唔使再 check 多次袋，方便啊！
Dear passengers, welcome to Vancouver. Local time is 6:20. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. Take care when opening the overhead compartments, as objects may have shifted during the flight. Information on connecting flights can be found on monitors inside the terminal building. All passengers continuing on connecting flights with other airlines, please note that you must pick up your luggage and clear customs. This applies as well if your luggage was checked through to your final destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight with us. Thank you for choosing Icelandair. Have a pleasant evening.
呢張機票係喺冰島航空官方網站購買，機票係溫哥華往曼徹斯特，並由倫敦格域機場返溫哥華嘅經濟艙缺口來回程機票。暑假旺季，價錢一啲都唔平。成1750蚊加紙，即係差唔多成萬幾蚊港紙搭呢間半廉航。呢個票價就包咗一件23kg 嘅寄艙行李，一件10kg 嘅手提行李，同埋一件隨身行李。多謝大家睇完小弟呢條片，如果喜歡，請幫手睇多幾次，同埋 like and share。下條片呢就會出 Zip Air。請幫手 subscribe 呢個 channel， 再撳咗隔離個鐘仔，咁有新片嘅時候，你就會第一時間收到通知啦。